Hey, disclaimer for the whole video. This is my first time doing one of these, and I had no idea what I was doing, so I kind of just talked over the footage I had recorded while watching it, and the footage kind of had some problems where Bandai Cam ran out of time. So sorry about that. Hope it isn't too much of an issue. Enjoy the video, I guess. So this is new, huh? Huh? So, Five Laps of Freddy's recently came out, or more accurately, the demo did. And I want to talk about it a bit. By the way, this video is going to be completely unscripted. So, Five Laps of Freddy's. Five Laps of Freddy's is a Mario Kart FNAF game. It's just kart racing with FNAF characters and some FNAF gimmicks. And on the surface, it seems like it's just your standard crappy kart racer. Wow. It's got 3 tracks with 8 characters and 3 cars. And while you're racing, it switches to the night shift mode, after a certain amount of time. Which means that you'll be hunted by the, rampant endoskeleton. And, you know, that's a cool gimmick. I like the aesthetic, but it kind of... That's about it. And if you have enough battery power, then you're not really gonna have a problem with it. Also, battery power is something you have, in the game, which affects if you're a target for the endoskeleton and whatnot, as well as your boost. So there's that. So let's just talk about the shit in this game. Okay, I'll get the positive stuff out of the way first. I like a lot of the music. I think some of the concepts are cool. The 2D art looks great, and I kind of enjoy the art style, but that's about as far as it goes. For one, what I said about the art style, I like the idea of it. It's like a kind of iteration on the FNAF World style, but it's not very good. It kind of looks ugly as shit. I know I'm playing this on the lowest graphics settings, but still, probably not a good thing. And, you know, the game just kind of looks really boring and bland when you're not doing the night shift. The 8 characters you can play as include Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, Springtrap, Mangled, the Puppet, and Balloon Boy. And for some reason, Click Team decided it would be a good idea to have the characters, to give the characters difficulties. Because, who wants to play as their favorite when they can play as the best one? And not only that, but those difficulties affect the stats of the cars. So the 3 cars, Midnight Motor, the Cup Cart, and the Standard Cart, what ends up happening is that, they have all these different variables, and it's just you can't do it like you do in Mario Kart, where you just customize your car, and it fucking sucks. The game is also just incredibly not fun to play or handle. The drifting is really annoying and, somehow too sharp and not sharp enough at the same time. It's too sporadic, and I found myself, a lot of times buffering, if that makes sense. Hitting the drift button repeatedly. And another issue is when you go up the track onto the grass, not only does it slow you down like in regular play, but like in a regular Mario Kart game, but what ends up happening is that you get this 2-second timer, and if it runs out, then you lose your battery power and get stunned as you're having to be reset onto the track. And not only that, but certain glitches can occur at times, where, frankly, Fazbear Hills is a bug-free zone compared to Midnight Motorist and the Sinkhole. In this track, I'm playing as Freddy with the Midnight Motor car, because just the Midnight Motor car is the best one, which is not good. Good at all, especially when you only have 3 cart types. But as you can see, I'm just blasting past almost all the opponents. It just makes it a breeze. But later, what's gonna happen is that I'm gonna hit something. Way later in the race, I'm gonna hit something, and it's gonna reset me all the way back to 4th place in the race for no reason. This car section specifically is one of the most damning places of just not being play tested. Because when you hit a car, there's a chance that either A, it'll just happen normally, or B, like you just hit it normally like that, or B, if you get hit by a car, you get sent into the fucking stratosphere. And the Midnight Motorist section I think would be cool, but there's no strategy at all to like to dodging the cars. All you do is either go in the left lane and just mildly avoid the other cars, which are going at a somewhat similar speed to you, just a bit slower, so it makes it really easy to dodge them. Or you go on the right, track, and it's just not fun at all. Like, there's zero fun to be had. The game constantly has glitches. In an earlier playthrough, the game straight up crashed on me while I was playing this track. And that's not really a good look, especially when I wasn't even doing anything. I really just don't get how, like, this is considered acceptable of quality. It's just a buggy mess. And you're gonna see in later gameplay that it gets even worse, where I got that. Oh, would you look at that? That's when I got ricocheted fucking everywhere because I hit a car, which is not something that should be happening at all. Another issue is that you're supposed to be able to jump over the cars, but the jump has a charge and a delay. There's input delay. That's not good for a dodging ability. This game, this thing is just not that fun. Like, I started to have fun with it on my second playthrough because, well, I was just, you know, starting to figure out the controls. But frankly, I think that the fact that I was having to, like, just go through so much grit to understand all the bullshit it wanted me to do, that, like, this wasn't a fun experience. I wasn't really even actually having fun. I was just kind of, like, more accepting of, like, what I was playing. And that's not a good thing. Not a good thing for your game. Neither is getting sent into the fucking stratosphere like that. It's not a good look to have your game demo have, like, a pretty good chunk of the content that'll be in the, like, a pretty good chunk of content that'll be in the final game. Like, there will only be 4 new characters after the demo, and that fucking sucks because, like, FNAF World had, like, what, 48? And, like, there's so many characters in FNAF that you could pick from, that you could create a great cast of characters, yet you're just leaving it at 12. And so far, all we have is the original 4, Mangle, Puppet, Balloon Boy, and Springtrap. So, I'm just sitting here wondering, like, why not do more? Like, if you want this to be a good game, then why not have more characters? There's gonna be 16 tracks in the final game with 4 cups, and that's nice and all. But if the rest of the tracks are gonna be like this, then I don't know if I even want to play those tracks. The Sinkhole is an even worse track than Midnight Motorist or Fazbear Hills, because there was a glitch I encountered every time I played the stage. And that was, I would hit something, and it would activate the anti-gravity, and then I would be stuck in a respawn. I would be stuck in an endless loop of respawning and not doing shit. I couldn't progress. I was stuck. There was nothing I could do, so I just had to exit the game. And it was not... I can't play the game anymore, Click Team. What the fuck is wrong with you? This is not a good look to have, both in terms of reputation and the literal appearance of it, because also, this game looks like hot doo-doo shit at times. Again, playing on the lowest graphics settings, but the sinkhole is noticeably unfinished looking. Like, it looks like an old, like, PlayStation 2 video game or something. And it fucking sucks, dude. It's... If you like FNAF, if you like kart racing games, this can kinda be fun, I guess, but oh boy. It is very unfortunate what kind of shit you have to do in this game in order to even remotely have fun. Look, I'm not someone who's hard to please with video games. I don't even, like, I'm fine with kart racers. I'm not even a big fan of them, but I'm fine with them. This is just awful, dude. It's unacceptable that they actually tried to, like, sell this to people. Thankfully, it's just a demo right now. Hopefully, they'll fix stuff in the future, but... 5 laps at Freddy's is looking pretty bad now. Another thing is that I thought I'd just mention, sorry for the stream of content again, it's unscripted, is the anti-gravity system in the sinkhole, because you gotta have that Mario Kart 8. Yeah, it's kind of shit. The camera doesn't rotate alongside you, so it just leads to you being disoriented and possibly nauseated. And you just kind of gotta hold forward and hope for the best, barely steer at all. It's really annoying. This game could have been fun. Like, it could have been great, because I like the day shift and night shift concept. But, you know, maybe finish the game first. That'd be a really good idea. FNAF team, Click Team, Steel Wool, all those guys, finish your game first. Please, I'm begging you. It would be especially great if shit would load once I opened it, because as you saw at the beginning, in the footage, the garage and the cars and stuff straight up just didn't load properly. I don't know why that happens. It happens consistently. More times than not, it does the garage not load. So, yeah. Yeah, that's basically my review of 5 laps at Freddy's. I could be wrong. I'm kind of just spewing the shit here. Maybe I'm just bad at the game, but, you know, I thought I'd get my thoughts out in just video format for once. And I guess I'll see you guys at some other time. Bye-bye!